Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Well, it's another episode of Teepublic Shop Reviews, and this time it's episode number 3. And in today's episode, I'm going to be looking at a couple shops, giving an honest and constructive review, and hopefully through this process, it'll also help you, whether you have a Teepublic shop or a shop on Redbubble or otherwise, to take note of what changes might be needed, suggested constructively, so that you can improve your own shop and take it to a next level. So, without further ado, let's get to it. But before we continue on with today's review, just want to say thank you to everybody who has been following me today. And if you're new to this channel and you like all things pertaining to print on demand, then click the subscribe button, smash that like button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so that you'll be informed each and every time that I upload a video. And now, let's get on with the reviews. Okay, so the first shop that we're going to be looking at today is a shop called The Archive. And taking a look at the cover photo that the shop has, it's very, very interesting. There's quite a bit going on and it's really eye-appealing. The first thing that caught my attention, aside from the name, is this logo here that it has on the right-hand side here. Give it sort of like a bumblebee hive appearance, which I think is really, really creative and really snappy too as well. We have about 137 designs in this shop, so obviously this shop owner is just getting going. But the fact that you've already crossed 100 is a really great milestone. Keep plugging away to continue creating and uploading designs so that come the fourth quarter, which starts in October, you hopefully will have a lot more designs to be able to market to potential clients and do really well in the fourth quarter for yourself. But let's take a look at the types of designs and what kind of albums this shop owner has on offer. So, with 137 designs, we've got 3 albums here, and they are gaming, comic style, and text. And just in scrolling through the various thumbnails on page 1, you can see that we've got quite a number of artistic designs here, which are quite eye-catching and quite appealing. I can already start thinking stickers in my mind too as well, which may perhaps be the underlying message or theme that the shop owner is trying to send out. They're really, really interesting, very colorful, and again, eye-catching. Let's take a look at some of them. I mean, the first one that caught my attention when I logged on just now is this one. Cannot talk with an empty stomach. Boy, I think that really hits us all once in a while too as well, no? So let's take a look at this design here and see what we've got. Okay, so on the onset, well done for having the design at the top portion of the shirt. Right, for those of you who have been following me for some time now that I'm a big proponent for having designs located at the top of the shirt, which is something through research that I found that buyers, particularly in North America, prefer to have their designs at the top. So in keeping it up there, you should be appealing to quite a number of people who come across and find your shop too as well. So well done for that. The font that you've chosen is nice, it's bold. I'm wondering if maybe perhaps it could stand to be a little bit larger. But again, if you're making sales with that, that's just my own opinion. All right. The one thing that I would definitely recommend, again, not because your design, there's anything really to fault about it, but it's with respect to the number of colors you have on offer for this particular shirt design. While I know and appreciate that probably you want to have as many colors available for your shirt as possible to try and hit out as, throw out a huge umbrella to capture as many people as you can via their interests in colors. Sometimes it can work against you in that offering too many color variations for a particular design can actually chase people away. Why? Because they see the design on one color, they like it. Then they say, well, let me see it on another color, then on another color, then on another color. And if there are too many colors that they really like, it might end up putting them off and they just sort of, get overwhelmed and say, you know what, just forget it. Let's move on to another design. So I would highly recommend that with respect to color variations for a design, you should never go more than 10. Sometimes for some of my designs, I don't even allow more than 5. Okay, if they really like the design, they should like it on the colors that I'm putting up, because clearly those will be the design colors that I feel really accentuate and highlight that particular design. And again, in keeping it limited to a certain number, you're going to basically help them to come to a decision in terms of what color to choose without them even knowing it. Okay, so you've got quite a number of colors here on offer. I would definitely recommend that you cut it down to at least no more than 10 colors. Let's see what it looks like on other products. So moving down here. Okay, the first thing that grabbed my attention here is how it looks like on the mug. Okay, it seems, let's just click on it here. So a common design error that many people, myself included, make or have made is in not sizing the design for a mug. Okay, and not taking the time to make sure that it looks the best that it can on a mug. In this particular case, you've got part of the design really filling up one side of the mug, but then if we look on the other side, you've got a lot of dead black space over here, which could put some people off. So instead, what I would highly recommend that you do is you either A, center the design on the template in Teepublic and put it in the center, or else shrink it down and have it fit on one side. Unfortunately, Teepublic doesn't allow for the design to be put on both sides of the mug, which is a pity. So Teepublic, if you are seeing this episode, see what you can do for that. But until such time as that happens, if it ever happens, I would highly recommend that you shrink down your design and place it on one side of the mug. It just makes it look that much more professional. Okay, let's see. In terms of t-shirts and kids t-shirt, again, they look all right over here. We'll just click on one of these other long sleeve shirts to see what it would look like come winter time. Again, some of our viewers here are in the southern hemisphere, so they are probably in winter as we speak. But again, it looks really great. All right, and as we're scrolling down here to see some of the other designs, let's click on page 2 here. Okay, we've got a lot of really interesting, nice designs. We've got some gaming designs as we saw earlier on. Okay, heartbeat on a black t-shirt, heartbeat on a white t-shirt, so that's really good. Offering your shirt on a black background and a white background. Okay, so let's just take a look at this one here. And again, your designs are nicely hovering around the top. I can't really fault that. Your design here is nice and crisp and clear. It fills the shirt really, really well. And again, like with the previous design, be very, very careful with respect to your design placement on the mugs. Okay, it looks great on a mask, looks great on a kid's t-shirt. The sticker looks really nice. So well done for that. Let's take a look at another design over here. This one, getting ready for my summer body. The one small constructive suggestion that I would give is maybe perhaps change the color of the text so that it stands out a little bit more. With the fact that you use a black drop shadow here, even though it is close and tight, I think if you had to leave the text and maybe change it to white, I think it would really stand out a lot more and be a lot more punchier, so that it would obviously grab people's attention in search. Remember, a lot of people, when they are searching for things to buy, they're doing it via their mobile phones. So when you have a 6-inch or maybe a 7 or 8-inch mobile screen, the thumbnails are going to be quite small, so the chances of being found if your text is not punchy is probably going to be few and far between. So you want to make sure that your text color is going to really stand out and grab somebody's attention when they're scrolling, to stop the finger flicker on their mobile and actually tap on it to get a closer look at what the design has. Clip art is really nice. If you drew it yourself, well done. If you didn't and you got it from a commercial-free website, well done. It's a really great design, and I'm hoping that you're making a lot of sales on it. Again, with respect to the number of colors you're offering on this t-shirt, I would definitely bring it down to as well. And obviously, you need to make sure that it does look good with respect to the design. Okay, so the last design that we're going to take a look at is this one. Panda Bear, I don't feel like working. Okay, now this is exactly what I was saying about getting a text that's going to be punchy. The fact that you use black text here with a white stroke around it really complements the black and white of the panda, and it really goes well together. You've also got a nice rectangular feel in terms of the design. Everything looks quite balanced, okay? And the fact that the panda looks like it's almost sleepy in itself really contributes well to the overall design. So well done for that. Let's just take a look here in terms of how it appears on other things too as well. Again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but be careful about your mug design section. Shrink them down so that it fits nicely on one side. It looks that much more professional. But otherwise, well done. This is a great looking shop. I have a feeling that you'll do very well for yourself. There's a lot of potential here. Keep it up. Keep uploading, keep designing. Well done for that. Okay, the second and final store that we're going to be looking at in today's episode is a store called A Boss Store. All right, and again, it is a very interesting cover photo. Some people like these particular types of cover photos, and while it's not bad looking and it looks quite professional here, I'm a type of person who believes that your cover photo really should highlight what your store is all about in terms of the design elements that you have to offer. And given the fact that this is a real nice prime piece of real estate on your website here, or rather on your shop store, it might be worth considering putting up some of your designs on the cover photo just to give people an idea of what your shop is all about. Seeing as it's the first thing that people see when they click on your shop, you want to make sure that you grab their attention and keep it. Your logo is really nice too as well. If you created it yourself or if you had somebody do it for you, well done. And the only one small little thing I would suggest is the fact that the letters for the shop obviously is quite small, but that's just a small technicality. So obviously it's still going to be the end of the world. You've got 529 designs, so it looks like you've been at this for a bit, so well done. Let's take a look at what this shop has to offer. Okay, so in terms of albums, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different albums, okay, which is giving potential clients or potential visitors to your shop something good to choose from. And you've got some very popular niches here too as well: cat, dog, animal, family, inspirational, and anime. What really caught my attention, and that's why I've highlighted on, is you have William Shakespeare quotes. So that's really interesting. Doesn't really have much to do with the others, but you know what? It's not something that I've seen, so it's quite unique. So well done for that too as well. So if we look at the designs that you have to offer, predominantly they are text-based designs, okay, and a lot of popular quotes from the works of William Shakespeare too as well. So which is great. What I would suggest that you do, and again, it's a small technicality, and it's something that I do talk about in previous episodes, whether it's a Teepublic Shop Review or a Redbubble Shop Review, is to be very, very careful with respect to the types of fonts you choose. Okay, so let's take a look at cat. Okay, so over here, some really nice, interesting designs here. Okay, well done. Mafia Boss cast t-shirt. I'm offended. Cat sushi hug. Okay, so you've got a little bit of some kawaii type of designs here. Okay, cat love. Hello human. Cat mugshot cartoon. So let's take a look at that one. Okay, this is a great example of having your design really filling out the t-shirt. Well done. I also like the fact that you sort of de-stressed the top and the bottom parts of the design. A little bit here, if I can see, on the right hand side. Really great too as well. And here we go. On the mug, it works brilliantly. You have its flash tab right on one side, which is great. Fits great on the mask too as well. I also like the fact that you didn't go with black as the default color for the top. Okay, you chose this Kelly color green, which works really well too as well. Again, keep an eye on the number of colors that you have on offer so that you can obviously get people to make a decision quicker and much sooner. On hoodies, it looks really great with the red one, with the red design, so well done for that. We got 4th of July around the corner, so we got proud to be an Americat, again keeping with the cat theme, so well done for that. Okay, I found this humorous. Okay. Okay, best cat dad ever. Okay, so you've got the cat and the yoga theme niche, which is great too as well. Practice makes perfect, so that's a play on words. Some really great designs here. I tip my hat off to you. It really works well. And it's really nice to go through, and it's really eye-appealing, so well done for that. So let's take a look at one more. Let's take a look at inspirational. All right, so let's take a look here. This one, Never Lose Hope t-shirt. So to be honest with you, I'm trying to figure out what the mindset behind this particular design. It's a little hard to comprehend. I can see Never Lose Hope, and you have sort of like this light green spray paint dripping down on the side. Is it perhaps maybe because it's centered over what traditionally people associate to be the heart, Never Lose Hope? But what I'm trying to understand is what this background is all about. It looks like a textured background, so it doesn't look like it was, turned on. It wasn't saved like a JPEG with a light tan background. But again, I'm trying to understand the rationale behind that. So I don't know whether or not you're making a lot of sales on that too as well. But if you look at the mug over here, it's really not standing out nicely against the green that you chose. It's sort of like it's bleeding outwards. Just be a little bit careful. Sometimes you might get an idea in terms of a design that you want to put up, but you need to make sure that it actually really does work. And again, this is something that I've stated in a previous video too as well. We all hope and dream that every design that we make would be ultimately successful and go viral and make us lots of money. But sometimes we definitely need to stop and get a second opinion about a particular design. So I would definitely recommend, particularly if you are new to the print-on design game, is that when you create a design, before uploading, ask another opinion from somebody. It could be a family member, could be a friend, could be an office colleague, someone who you know is not going to lie to you so that they don't hurt your feelings and are going to give you an honest, constructive criticism about the design that you've created. And ask them for their honest opinion. Tell them, listen, you're not going to insult me. What I'd rather have is an honest opinion about this particular design, so that if there's something I need to fix before I upload it, it would be great to fix it rather than having to upload it and then finding the mistake is there and then redesigning and uploading again. So in this particular case, me personally, I don't see this particular design working for a print-on-demand product. Again, it is just my opinion, but maybe perhaps I'm not understanding it. So I apologize if I'm not getting it, but I think from putting myself in the perspective of a client, of a potential buyer, it isn't something that I would buy. But this is not to say that your shop doesn't have a lot of other great designs. Far from it. Okay, I'm just seeing some of these. I mean, this looks brilliant. Cat and girl t-shirt. Okay. Fills the t-shirt really, really well. I love the silhouette of the cat and the girl on a swing in front of a bright full moon, which is really, really great. And again, it fits nicely on the other products. So I want to thank you for having that design, because not to put you down, but to stress a point for designers who are getting into this print-on-demand business to stop and think about the designs they're making, and obviously checking to make sure that the design works and that it looks good on the products that you're activating it on. This way, you're not finding yourself giving a bad impression to clients, because remember, you can only make a good impression once on a buyer. If they come to your shop and they like what they see and it's professional, the chances of them coming back again to make another purchase is going to be a lot better, rather than having designs that are haphazard, that aren't professionally placed, with titles and keywords and descriptions that are full of spelling mistakes. People need to have trust in a shop that they're visiting before they go and click on the add to cart button and put in their credit card details. So on the whole, really well done for this shop. Okay, keep it up. The fact that you got over 500 designs bodes really well for the upcoming fourth quarter. Keep creating, keep uploading, keep designing. So well done for that. So there you have it, everybody. Two very interesting shops that have a lot of potential for growth and hopefully should do well in the coming fourth quarter. And again, for those of you who are new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. I'm really working hard to reach my first 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I know that I can do it hopefully sooner than later. Well, for today, that's all I've got. And as always, be well, be safe, be creative. Bye for now.